Hi, I'm Sally Graddon, and today I'm going to talk about making choices. Choices can be really tricky. We are so hung up on making the right choice, or at least not making the wrong choice, that we forget to really use all the tools at our disposal. We very often get really stuck in our heads and try to make our decisions completely logically. And whilst it's really important, obviously, that we do use logic and weigh up all the options properly, there's all too often we end up forgetting about our intuition. Now, our intuition is that deep innate knowledge that we all have deep inside of us that tells us what to do. It's something which, as I say, we all have, but many of us, myself included, for a long time, forget about. It can be hard to trust something that we don't use very well, or that we've perhaps been brought up not to use or trust. But that innate wisdom, that inner guidance, is there for us to use, and it's well worth learning to tap into it and use it. Now, one of the best ways to use intuition, I have found, is to really notice the sensations in my body. How often do you hear about people who had a gut feeling that something was right, or they felt it right there? And that's the way that many people notice their intuition trying to guide them. It can be a really physical reaction. But often those signs are fairly subtle, and we just don't notice them in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Or, as I say, perhaps we tune them out because we don't feel we have time to listen to them, or it's not an exact enough science. But if you take the time, the next time you have a decision, to think about the different possibilities, the different choices that you could make. Sit yourself down somewhere nice and quiet, without interruptions if possible, and just think of those possibilities, those possible choices in turn. There's no rush, there's no hurry. Just notice how you feel. Notice what emotions bubble up to the surface. Whether you feel heavy or light. Notice if there are any sensations in your body. You can start at your toes and work your way up your legs, through your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, your throat, all the way up to the top of your head, and just notice any spots of tightness, tenderness, tension. Because so often we hold our emotions locked in our bodies. And then once you finish thinking about one choice, switch to the other possible choice and repeat the same thing. See how you feel. Notice any tight spots in your body. And at the end, very often I find after I've done that I realise that the answer is staring me in the face. Very often the thing that I was finding so difficult to decide is sat there right in front of me, and I suddenly know, without a shadow of a doubt, what the right decision is. Why don't you give it a go? You've got nothing to lose, and it might help. I'd love to hear how you get on, so drop me a line through my website, sallygraddon.com, and you can also pick up a copy of my free guided meditation and workbook, Rediscover Your Dreams, and start on your path to discovering the life that you were really meant to lead.